You cannot help but be called to God when you see a man like Charlie Kirk assassinated in that fashion. Like, I don't.
Wait, don't scroll. I wanted to come on here and talk about the death of someone I looked up to, Charlie Kirk. And I wanted to say that it is disrespectful how people are making Fortnite memes and talking bad about him like he was a horrible person. All he did was have boldness in his faith with Jesus Christ. Like, you guys are so mean to people just because they have beliefs. We, as Christians, we respect you for your beliefs, but we tell you what's wrong and what's right, righteously. But you do not need to be making fun of him because a tragedy has happened. That's all I want to come on here to say is it's blatantly rude and disrespectful to be talking about someone's death like he's just a piece of trash. He has a family, he has kids, he has a wife. You guys want someone to respect you if you got shot, right? If you passed away, you would not want anyone to be talking bad about you. And I saw a video, I saw someone making fun of his wife too. Like, that's just horrible and rude.
Passing of Charlie Kirk has woken up the youth. I think it's safe to say it is on and popping now. We're going to be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly here today on the channel, but hopefully by the end of the video, your faith in humanity will be restored as across the globe, people are coming together after the passing of Charlie Kirk. Something has ignited across the globe. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's get it going.
Nigga, where is Channel 2 at and Channel 4 at when they really supposed to be reporting something, bro? Listen, look at this, bro. This is in the middle of Highland Park, bro, on Woodward. They doing praise and worship, bro. All these people on the steps, bro. They ain't worried about none of y'all. They know God got them. You not about to come get them off these steps. None of that. This is the most gangster display I seen in the city. I don't care about your Dracos or none of that, bro. They out here in the middle of Woodward, bro. Deep like this, repping for God, cuz. Where is Channel 2 and Channel 4 at, bro? Wow, this is dope. These young people, bro. These ain't no grown-ups. These teenagers. These the real white. This what y'all need, the YNs. Y'all don't want no smoke with them. You feel me? Them the white C's. Y'all don't want to see the young Christians. You feel me? Yeah. White C's out here right now. Repping. Not worried about none of that, boy. I wish the devil would come down here. All you niggas talking about demon time, not right now. You see what time it is. Feel me? God time, baby. Yes, sir.
So Dr. Ben Carson is one of the most phenomenal brain surgeons and people to ever walk the face of the earth. I stand on that. And he was live on TV when he found out about the death of Charlie Kirk. I want you to check this out because it truly is saddening to see how many people were truly affected by Charlie. Even people like Dr. Carson, who have been in surgeries on the highest level and had people's lives in his hands over and over and over again. So to see this truly is amazing. Let's get into it.
Loves the country, has a beautiful young wife and young children. He's got a family that's just starting. And again, we're now getting it from Just the News. We're getting it from Newsmax that he's passed away. Man, I don't get it. I use words for a living. I'm confused as to what to say about this. Okay, is there anything to say at this time? I'm so sorry, brother. You want to stop?
No, he was such an incredible force for good in helping people to be able to look at the big picture and not to be distracted. There's a million different distractions that keep you from thinking about what's really important and what we can do as a nation. As a Judeo-Christian foundation, it teaches you to love your neighbor, not hate your neighbor, not cancel your neighbor, not assassinate your neighbor. We really need to get back to those basic fundamentals that helped to make us into a great country. We went from nothing as a nation to the pinnacle of the world in record time, that was not a coincidence. That was because of the things that we believed, including our faith in God and our faith and love for each other. If we can't get back to that, this is the beginning of a very dangerous downward spiral.
And the reason conservatives aren't protesting is because we aren't children who want to have a temper tantrum in the streets for a weekend. We understand that the world has just shifted and we're doubling down. We are grinding to take our country back. We're stepping it up. We're getting louder. We're working harder. We're thumping those Bibles harder. We will not deny the evidence of our eyes and our ears. And we'll win because we're guided by a set of moral principles. The principles that are so clearly stated in the Bible that the left has tried to destroy. They've been poisoning us, manipulating us, turning each other against each other, stealing from us. But that's okay, because if they make issues about black and white, then people won't notice that we're all getting screwed over. There's more of us than there are of them. There always was. They only try and assassinate you when you're winning. Keep pushing. Love you. Bye.
She hit the nail on the head. It is truly amazing to see how people come together, how the conservatives come together and join each other in prayer after something this tragic, which is a million times more tragic than George Floyd. Let's keep it real here. We're talking about somebody that was going around changing people's lives across the globe. It really is crazy to see how people have come together versus the Democrats. When they don't like something, they take people's lives, they burn down cities. I saw a guy in Minneapolis that lost his entire business when the riots happened. It was absolutely unbelievable. His entire car wash, multi-million-dollar business got destroyed. And then they built a museum around his car wash and he could never have customers again. So it's just not even comparable. I think we can see who's on the high moral ground here. Look at this crap.
My original video about this got taken down, so I'm just gonna reiterate it. You're a fake leftist. If you get on this app with your millions of followers and get upset that other people are celebrating the death of a vile, evil man, you getting on your...
I think people would be okay with being a fake leftist because people are jumping ship. This guy's got teddy bears hanging from his frickin' ceiling.
Platform of millions of followers and pointing the finger at those people and being like, you're vile, you're evil, you're bad. When again, those are survivors of that man's abuse. People who...
Oh my gosh, cut the crap. Survivors of his abuse? All of these people had the option to either watch his videos or don't watch him, attend his meetings and debates or don't attend. No one was abused. They made the choice to either go and join the debates or watch the videos. There's nothing in between, man. Mr. Teddy Bear Man.
Who have literally had laws passed about them because of the things that man has said. I'm not sorry. I'm allowed to be excited that he's gone. I'm allowed to celebrate that. You are a fake leftist if you are shaming people who are happy.
Okay, guy. Unbelievable. This is what we're dealing with here. People with teddy bears hanging from their ceiling that are over the age of 25, acting like a child. Grow up, clean up your room, open the blinds in there. Dust. There is dust everywhere in that room. I can smell the trash coming out of the trash can. Clean your room and go outside.
Alrighty, this message is for President Trump and his administration. If you stay to watch the video, please tag him down below, share, and repost so we can try to get this to him as quickly as possible and hope that he can do something with this. President Trump, as a supporter who voted for you 3 times, I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Mundt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their companies should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact. Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they've called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda, and that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet. This needs to end, and people need to start being held accountable for baseless claims over absolute abysmal things. It needs to end. So please, if you have it in your heart to have the time to do this, get this in front of Congress, get this passed as a law, and start holding these news corporations, be they right, left, or center, accountable for their behavior. Thank you.
Now let me ask you, did you expect her to say that? Let's keep it going.
I didn't realize how sick liberals were until this Charlie Kirk situation. Like, I don't want to live on the same planet as these people. Like, I have experienced real racism in my life, actually. You know? And I don't think those people deserve death. You guys can't even deal with an actual, like, political discourse with a center-right political figure. It makes me sick to my stomach that I have to live amongst you. It makes me sick to my stomach that you guys exist in our society. You guys can say whatever you want. Conservatives have a heart and a soul far more than you ever will.
Well, something profound is happening right now, and I can't stop crying over a man I've never met. I have never in my life been able to see so black and white, good and evil, like just right in front of my face. And as painful as it is to see even people within arm's reach of me, people I know, being on that side, I am so fucking proud of myself for doing the work to get to where I am, to know that I will never be as despicable as the people over there. And that is why I am where I am today, is because I saw this shit a long time ago. Sorry, this hits a personal note. I walked away from that fucking party a long time ago and lost my entire life because of it. So some of us have been speaking up about this shit for a really long time, and we're fucking exhausted. So fucking exhausted, in fact, that for the last few years, I couldn't do it. I could not be loud. I could not be outspoken. I just wanted to live my fucking life. But now, do I go back? Do I stand up and keep fucking going? Because there are relationships I have built again that I will lose. I will alienate people around me. And I know some of you will be like, those people don't belong there anyways. But that tells me you've never actually been alone. Because some of us have. And it's not fucking pretty. But when somebody like Charlie Kirk gets fucking murked out of this world in a fucking split second, I've never been a religious person in my life. I wasn't raised that way. Just And some of the worst people in my life preached religion, and it never made sense to me because they were bad people. But luckily I did have I had a nice balanced view. I wasn't like, all religious people are bad. I knew that there was good. But other than that, I have never juggled with religion. But recently, before all of this, probably in the last year or two, I've felt at least a curiosity, a pull, whatever you might call it. I've just last week spoke to a woman at my work about it, and we had a deep conversation about what that means, why I'm feeling these things. But as a gay person, you've been told your entire life you don't belong, but I don't believe that. I mean, belong in religion. And I know it's bullshit, but we still feel that way, you know? So, like, you cannot help but be called to God when you see a man like Charlie Kirk assassinated in that fashion. Like, I don't... Because I think at least I am struggling with how to redirect, how to channel the anger and the pain. Because I feel, we all feel violent, but the call to God makes us want to be better than that. And some of you would never fucking know that. You never know what that feels like. That doesn't mean the fight will not stand because it is on. It's just gonna be a different one. And I'm here. I'm fucking watching real close, and I still gotta decide where the fuck I fit into it. But, you know, y'all can count on me, man.
Now, if what she said doesn't restore your faith in humanity, I don't know what will. That was absolutely amazing. Come on now.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there.
A few moments later.
I just had to block all of my friends because they just have such different political beliefs from me, and I thought that we were the type of friends who would live together someday after college and like stay in touch no matter what. And I thought these were the people that I would spend my life with and grow old next to. These were the people who saved my life on multiple different occasions. And I just don't know if I can continue being friends with them because of this. I just don't know. I dropped out of school for these people. I started homeschooling because of these people. And I don't know what I'm going to do because we go to such a small school together. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to face them. These people are my whole life. I don't know how I'm going to be able to avoid them. Yeah. I don't care if you think that this is my own fault for being the person to blow up these relationships, because everything that they say makes me feel like such a shit person. And I can't have that in my life. Not anymore. Okay, I used to not respect myself to cut people out of my life for things like this, but now I do. Now I respect myself enough to not want to feel like this. God, I'm probably gonna delete this because it's so fucking embarrassing crying on camera. But, God.
Bet you want to do that again. You're watching the Unexplained Outlook, y'all. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Peace.